Welcome to Talking Water, our monthly segment where we discuss all things water and wastewater, brought to you by our sponsor, our regional authority, East Gippsland Water. Hello and welcome to Talking Water. In this episode, we'll be talking with Neville Pearce, General Manager of Sustainability and Infrastructure at East Gippsland Water. Welcome, Neville, and thanks for joining us today.
Hello, Damian. Thanks for having me. It's a pleasure to be here.
Neville, I understand that East Gippsland Water supplies water and sewage services across a huge area that covers everywhere from Lindenau to Mallacoota and Lakes Entrance to Dinner Plain. That must keep you and your team very busy.
Well, you could say that, Damian. We service an area of about 21,000 kilometres and have a population of over 50,000 people. So, yep, it's a big job, and because everyone relies on water and sewage services, it's a very important job as well. Fortunately, at East Gippsland Water, we have a fantastic team that keeps everything flowing right and flowing the right direction down the pipes as well. We're always looking at ways to ensure that it keeps flowing for many generations to come.
Yes, and even though we've been fortunate to have quite a bit of rain recently, I guess part of the planning ahead has to include discussions around drought and climate change.
That's right, Damien. In fact, we're always looking well into the future, and right now we have some projects under construction that are designed to ensure that we have what we call water security for generations ahead.
Okay.
That basically means that we need to anticipate not just the future of our weather, but also for population growth and quite a few other factors to predict the future community demand for water and sewage services. For example, in terms of water supply, we've just started the new water security project in Buchan, and it'll ensure that the town has plenty of drinking water for many decades to come.
Thanks, Neville. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Sure. Well, at the moment, the water supply for Buchan comes from 14 concrete water tanks that are high on the hill in the Buchan Caves Reserve. Unfortunately, the tanks, which were built back in the 1970s, are starting to deteriorate and leak, and they're pretty much irreparable. Some of the old tanks have experienced considerable degradation and are leaking millions of litres of water every year, despite multiple attempts from our crews to fix the repair. So thanks to the help from the Australian and Victorian governments, we're building a new single high-capacity tank right next to our current water treatment plant, which will provide more storage capacity and better efficiencies. This will ensure that Buchan will have more resilient, reliable and secure water supply. And as an added benefit is that we'll be removing the old concrete tanks and working with Glowak and Parks Victoria to rehabilitate the Buchan Caves Reserve site to suit the natural and surrounding environment. So it's a real win-win for the people of Buchan, tourists, local traditional owners and the environment.
Well, that sounds fantastic, Neville. What are some of the other capital works projects that East Gippsland Water has on the go at the moment?
Well, we're also doing a new water storage project in Paynesville. It's the winter storage for recycled water, and it stores recycled water over the cooler months of winter. It's available for use in local farm irrigation during the drier months of spring and summer. So we're constructing this 300 megalitre storage lagoon and associated infrastructure, and it includes linking the Paynesville water recycling facility to the new lagoon. This will help us better manage the extended wet weather periods whilst assisting us to meet the demands of the regional population growth into the future. That one should be well up and running by winter next year.
Well, that sounds good too, Neville. Are there any other capital works projects you have going on at the moment?
Yeah, we're also about to start work, Damien, on the big project in Lakes Entrance, which involves replacing and upgrading a major water supply main linking the Kalimna and Lakes Entrance. The new water main will be larger than the existing pipe to ensure it can accommodate the demands of the future population growth, especially during peak visitor periods. The water main crosses the North Arm at Marine Parade just near the Princess Highway and is only one of two supply mains that provide drinking water to Lakes Entrance. It'll be replaced using horizontal direct drilling for the 450 metre long section underneath the waterway, and an additional 170 metre long section will be replaced using open trenching. We're scheduling these works to avoid the peak tourism period, and because the project is located within the Gippsland Lakes Ramsar site. We're taking considerable care to ensure that we don't impact this highly prized ecological area. Construction is planned to begin in October this year, and we aim to be finished by Christmas this year. And while we're on the subject of pipe renewal, Damian, we're working right across the region at the moment on renewing any old sewer pipes that are failing due to blockages and breakages. And we're doing it in a really interesting way. It's called a special relining process, and it doesn't involve having to fully replace the pipes. Once we've checked the nature of the blockage or damage within the pipe, we use CCTV cameras to identify whether relining the pipes would be the most efficient and effective option. It's quite technical, but it basically involves screwing in a new high, strong and resilient liner into the existing pipe, or dragging a new pipe in, and it works. In fact, the pipes that have been successfully relined are like new and have an expected lifespan of between 80 and 100 years or even longer.
Thanks, Neville. That's really interesting. Thanks for those insights and updates on what East Gippsland Water is doing to make sure that we all enjoy fresh drinking water and sewage services into the future.
You're most welcome, Damian. It's been a pleasure.
You've been listening to the July segment of Talking Water with this month's guest, Neville Pearce, General Manager of Sustainability and Infrastructure at East Gippsland Water. Listen in next month to get more great updates from your local water authority, East Gippsland Water. Talking Water is recorded and produced in the studios of Radio East Gippsland, REG FM.